This is a conversation that I and many others have tried to have over the years with our women about how the world sees them and how they see the world. While both black men and black women experience racism, the black woman experiences it in a different way. And at times she's not paying attention. Well, let me phrase that. Some of them are not paying attention to racial events until it touches them personally. Now, as a black male, I was aware at a very young age, whether I understood it or not, that we are the most hated on the planet. We can't breathe right. We can't shit right. We can't walk right. We can't speak right. We can't do anything right in the eyes of the so called dominant. Now, as you get older and you start to pay attention and realize why, you say, oh, a lot of it is just jealousy, resentment. But then you look at it more deeply, it's a lot of it goes back to penis envy. Now I know there are gonna be people out here gonna say that's not true, but usually that's what it boils down to. Cause if you ever get in an argument or conversation with one, at some point they're gonna talk about how big their junk is. They're gonna talk about how more manly they are. They're gonna try to compare their homes to cars. So as a black man, we're aware of it. But our women seem to be aware of it when it touches them personally. And even when you can show them all of it, they still find a way to say, "That's your problem. That's your issue. I'm a woman. We're on different levels." And the reason why I bring this up is because, yes, well, I'll talk about that, Michelle Obama, on another video. I was just so having I get up, can't really sleep, and I'm I'm going through excuse me, Facebook, and I see a video with Jada Pinkett, her mom, and her daughter Willow. Now, let me start by saying this: Jada mom is fine. Jada mom looks better than Jada. I'm just putting it out there. Jada mom got to be damn near 70 years old. I was like, whoa. Anyways, they talking about relations with black women of color when it should have been black women and white women. But this is what our sisters hide behind. Now they're afraid to go out there and check them. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm curious what Willow's going to say. Willow, and I don't watch all the way through. But Willow, from what I watched, Willow really didn't have anything to say. It was more Jada and her mama. And Jada kept saying that women should stick together. We're women. And basically trying to use this comparison that black men have treated black women the same way as white men. And that's bullshit. Women gotta take responsibility for the men they pick and choose to lay down with. Then to turn it around, well, black men date white women. This is what y'all fella ex us white brothers stuff outside the community. And some other reason is because of our mothers and us growing up in a certain environment or doing certain things. Let me explain to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I sit here and I often wonder. I said, if my father wasn't around, if I had any interactions with his brothers or some of the male teachers or some of the men in the neighborhood, I would have grown up thinking that black men weren't shit. And I'd probably be confused about my identity, sexual identity, racial identity, and where my place in society. Because black women, whether they want to talk about it or not, have always tried to put them next to self to white women. Now, y'all have heard me say in various videos, the only three free people on this planet is a white man, a white woman, a black woman. And the last two men I never said to be in that order. You have to understand, white women and white men need black women to be the ones that go back and tell them what's going on in the community. They need access to their bodies so they can create another confused ethnicity. They need them to be able to keep us at bay in check. Because a black man, if he truly loves this woman, and they have children, he gonna do everything to protect her. He gonna do everything to protect the children. That means leaving himself vulnerable at times, leaving himself open to attacks. Because at some point, a sister, and I'm not saying all black women do this, is gonna say, "You always bitching about the white man. What the white man do to you?" And right there proves that their experiences are totally different. They may have racial experiences, and I'm not saying black women don't, because I've seen it. But y'all react different to it. Y'all still wonder why y'all can't be buddies and pals and join forces. First of all, white women want to be right next to their husbands, their boyfriends, their sons, their fathers, their male friends. They want to have the power to be able to come and go as they please, do what they want. If you don't believe me, look at this past election in Florida and Georgia. Look at the percentage of white women who voted for the white candidates, even though the Georgia, you had what was that, I forget his position, the attorney showed utter contempt about voting, showed racism. The one running for governor, DeSantis, he was openly racist, saying openly racist things, embracing racist people, and white women still said, "No, we're not voting for the nigger bitch. We're not voting for the nigger male." Now, to be honest, in Florida, I wasn't shocked. I didn't give a damn what the Post was saying, what CNN was saying, or MSNBC. I knew that this brother is a long shot. And yeah, I know they doing a recount, but they're not going to let a black man be governor of Florida. Too many transplants from the East Coast and Midwest is down there in Florida. Remember, Florida's still in the South, folks. I was stationed in Georgia, and every now and then we'd cross over to Florida, and trust me, you know the difference. And to be honest with you, no different in Georgia, Illinois, or Wisconsin. Racism is racism. But down there, they got backup. They got people who have more in common with us culturally and genetically who want to be white so bad they vote against their own economic interests. But white women consistently vote in higher numbers for their white men. They're not going. You don't hear white women. They talk about sexism, but they don't talk about sexism the way they talk about it, because they always try to flip it back on black men. First of all, black men, we ain't in charge of shit. We didn't institute sexism. Black women think because a brother didn't want his wife working in a cotton field or in the big house, that's sexism. No, that was trying to protect you. If a brother don't want his wife working at a certain job when she knows that she gonna be hit on, that's not sexism. That's trying to protect you. But y'all let women for the last 50 or something years get down here and equated to each other. It's not the same thing. Y'all make portraits of the men y'all fuck with in the neighborhood, and then like, why nobody telling me nothing? There been plenty of brothers that tried to tell black women, don't engage in these behaviors. Don't fuck with that dude. I have them in my family. It doesn't matter what year they was born. You have them in your family, and I'm like, whether it be an uncle or a male cousin, or we've said, hey, don't do that, cuz. Don't do that, niece. And they still do it. And then y'all single parents raising these kids and raising these boys by themselves. And when people try to say, you know what, you need to stop calling your boy that. Stop doing this with him. Stop doing that with him. You're creating another generation. Then you wonder why these boys resent black women. A lot of these boys said, man, my mama was no good. I love her, but she's no good. And that's when they look over to white females. It's bad enough that television is influenced. Because I told y'all this, if you've been following me for years, and I've been upfront about this. I said, look, you have to understand, when that TV is strong, you see the images, those are sanitized, polished, edited images. If you let your kid watch TV from sun up to sundown, 7 days a week, and you ain't paying attention to what they're watching, they can be indoctrinated very easy. And you have to understand, the white females always presented as the ideal, whether it's a cartoon, whether it's a sitcom star, whether it's dramatization. Let me tell you something. My first crushes, before I even could understand crushes, I knew I was attracted to females. Didn't know what or why, but I knew I liked certain things on females. Even Maureen McCormick. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, she played Marsha on the Brady Bunch. Okay, Eve Plum, who played her sister. It was much later into the show's, I think, run that you started to notice her. Linda Carter, even though she's not white, everybody thinks she's white, but obviously anybody who knows I'm talking male, know guys of ethnicity know why most guys will gravitate to Linda Carter. I never was into Farrah Fawcett. Now, and I know people laugh at me when I say this. I would talk about I had a crush on Kim Fields, but also I used to watch the Facts of Life girls, even the girls on Give Me a Break, because that's what you saw weekly. That was on magazines, that you saw on television. You didn't see a lot of black females on TV. Don't get me wrong, as I got a little older, okay, Bernadette Stance played Thelma. Like, okay, and of course Kim Fields. And then much later on down the line, maybe Cree Summers or the rest of the cast of Living Single. You see what I'm saying? But you had to understand it wasn't a whole bunch of women. And Pam Grier, I didn't discover Pam Grier till I was like maybe 12 years old, because the movies that she starred in was heavy edited. You didn't see a shitload of Pam Grier movies on. If you did, it was late night, and I knew aware I was aware of her. It wasn't until I was 12 years old. I was like, oh. So you have to understand, if you're a black kid, your parents are not monitored, and all you see is white women, you're gonna develop crushes. And if you don't look at black women, there's no balance. You don't look at black females. All you're gonna say, oh, white, 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 white. That's why you need some guys, some brothers. They're like, oh, I love white women because that's all you've been indoctrinated to see. Damsel in distress, who they consider the girl next door. Even when they do a news report, how Inside Edition described them, pretty, beautiful, beautiful young woman, pretty girl next door. They do that because that's psychological. If you hear that shit long enough, you start to believe it. That's why some of our young men do it. And then at the same time, you got black mothers saying, that little bitch next door dancing, she thinks she all that. She ain't no good. She ain't good for you. See, women do that. And so as a guy, he may get older, even though he may date a black woman, he might say, secretly, he might, I hope I have a son. You know what? That white girl over there, da da da. See, y'all don't realize that y'all influence y'all sons, and how the media influences sons, and how that influenced the fathers down the line on a subconscious level. Now, most brothers, when we have a certain amount of experiences, we like, you fuck around with her, you do it at your own fucking risk. I wouldn't do it right now because she seemed like the type to cut your throat. See, we understand. Now, there's some brothers are still risky. Some brothers still say, no, I still get married to him. And like I said, there are white women out here who are not racist. There are black women out here who are not self-hating. But as a black man, you have to be careful. Look how easy it was for them to take down Bill Cosby based on hearsay. How many black men have been accused of sex crimes they didn't commit by white women? Think about it for a second. So we have that experience. That's why I keep telling y'all keep talking about this overwhelming number of black men and white women. That's not true. Y'all see a few brothers now keep showing them same images over and over again. Black women, y'all the ones who sit up here and have joined forces with white women and don't realize that they ain't your best friends. They have no problem destroying your black man, whether it be your son, your brother, your father, your boyfriend, whoever he is to you. They have no problem. You, on the other hand, don't look at white men and think the same thing. You don't sit back and make phony phone calls on them. If you think about this year, just this year alone, all the instances, white women fucking with black people, black men in particular. That should tell you right there that black men and white women, we in cahoots with each other. But they got y'all thinking that, well, the black man is the reason why you in this responsibility. No, racism is why you the way you at. And some of your poor choices. Just like I would sit there and say that they were black men. But the thing is, black men, we've been neutralized in the community. Black women, instead of talking to us about how we need to get our shit together, y'all want to sit down like Jada Pinkett Smith and talk to white women. They voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump. Donald Trump got caught. This man been divorced. This man been through a bunch of women. This man have attacked them, did all kinds of shit. But in 2016, they said, nope, we want Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been openly racist, openly sexist. Nope, we're going to stand by Donald Trump. Most of Donald Trump supporters are white women. So why would y'all want to, and they're not all from the right. A lot of them are from the left. So somehow Jada gonna say, well, you know, the black men, they mess around with white. Stop doing that. Stop deflecting. There are tons of videos where brothers are criticizing other brothers. Now I understand there's nuance. I understand that people are gonna like what they're gonna like, but to sit here and keep pretending that white women and black women don't have issues with each other, but y'all keep trying to make it like the black man is the reason. But stop. Black men, we don't have that kind of power. Y'all give no good ass men power to fuck your lives up. If you fuck with a no good dude and he gets you pregnant, he beats on you, you gotta look at yourself and say, I can't blame nobody else but me. But white women see that shit, they like, yeah, the black man. I'm sitting like, wow. Y'all need to understand when white women do that's deflection. Like this election, black women are gonna do this in the midterm. Yeah. Y'all got a whole bunch of white women, other women of color in there, and then we turn around, they still attacking y'all. Where are the feminists that was supposed to should have went in Georgia and helped Stacey, I forget her last, Abrams, get out the vote? Where were they at? There was no. I'm talking about the so-called Democratic white women. I don't expect those on the right or hard right to come to y'all defense. But explain to me, why do y'all keep trying to sit down and sit down with them? Just because y'all got vaginas and breasts and y'all going y'all period, don't mean that y'all buddy. Black men pissed stand up, white men pissed standing up. How many white men do we have truly as allies come got our back? Ain't a whole hell of a lot. And the ones who do have our back, they scared to be super vocal about shit. But I'm listening to Jada, and they talking about the members of their family who are married to white folk. And I'm like, yeah, that's in every black family, but still, you can't shift this shit back on black men. For 50-something years, y'all followed behind them like, and we was born. How can they be a part of the majority, but then consider themselves a minority? They stick by their men, and then now Jay was like, yeah, they take everything from us. Jay and them, they take us from us, the tanning beds and this. They watched y'all for years. They realized what they men like and what most men like. They like black women or women who approximate black women features. These are things that black men like myself been trying to tell y'all for years, but y'all dismissive of us. Even we try to be honest with you. Just like, I'll give you another example. If a brother say he sees a white woman and he thinks she's attractive, that doesn't mean that he's forsake black women. He's just being a man, being honest. I'm not gonna say I haven't seen an attractive white woman. I think some white women are hyped up more than they should be. But if I see a nice looking white woman, she's nice, but that doesn't mean that I think that black women are unattractive. See, the problem is y'all what it is, y'all trying to live like white women, or y'all want to be accepted in the world like white women. Y'all want to have the perks that white women have. Y'all want to have the thing. I know white women say, what perks? Yeah, y'all got them. You don't realize it because y'all take everyday shit for granted. Now there gonna be some sisters out here who gonna push back. And I know they're gonna be trolls. They're gonna pretend like they're black women. They're gonna come twist my words around because you know that always happens. The sisters, y'all gotta understand, there are black men like myself that would defend y'all, would sit down and talk to y'all, but y'all gotta stop trying to ask white women to be your friends. Either they are or they not. I sit here and I watch white women sit on TV and talk over y'all and use y'all as fucking props. Tawana Brown, what's that, Brown, whatever her name is, over that Me Too shit. Alyssa Milano thought nobody's paying attention. She tried to be slick. When somebody said it's a black female, she had to go out there and all of a sudden be buddy, but she hasn't. Because if you notice, Melissa don't sit on the panel all that much. They went and formed Time's Up. You already got Me Too. Why can't you another organization supposed to be doing the same thing? Because they didn't want to be with black women. Look how they're going after Tamika Mallory. Look how they're going after her. They don't want a black woman being charged. These are things that black men have warned y'all about. See, this is the problem with our community. We're too fucking divided. We don't sit back and say, what do we have in common with each other? See, first, black folk got to stop trying to partner with everybody. But our women got to stop thinking because you're female, y'all issues intersect. Maybe on some things. But a lot of things they do not. A white woman cannot tell you she know how to feel to be a black woman in America. See, I see sisters out here complaining about white women taking their attributes or trying to create their attributes. Y'all do the same thing. Cause even Jada said in the video, we got blood hair. And I'm sitting like, that's self-hate. Jada even chopped her own face up. This ain't the Jada that we knew back in the day. Jada was on a TV show. She had a white love interest. Was it Hawthorne? If I'm not mistaken, it was on TV. Was it TNT or TBS a few years back? Remember she fronted a rock group? See, Will, your husband Will might let you talk that shit about black men. Stop. Y'all sat back here and let them influence y'all and how y'all interact with your men. You can't interact with us like a white man. And do me a favor. I wish people stop talking for black men. Let us speak. We don't have no outlets where we can really speak for ourselves. Do I have all the answers? No. I've always stated I don't have all the answers. I'm going to go about what my experiences, my observations are. But I'll tell you this, what I've observed is our women want to act like white women, want to be seen like white women. And the thing is, what they do, they always fall back at some point to be critical of us. Right now, if you're a single mama, you got a son, he watching TV non-stop, watching shows, I guarantee he watching a shitload of shows of white females prancing around. You don't believe? Let me give you another example. Big Bang Theory. This is the last season, been on 12 years. How many black women been regular on that show? Besides Regina King, she did a guest star. But what black woman has been on that show that wasn't a stereotype or a character? Seriously, I want you to really think about it. I want you to really think about that for a second. Law and Order. You mean tell me no black cops that could have been on Law and Order, female cops on Chicago PD? You mean tell me it's not a black female cop they could put on there? And guess who is that producer Chicago PD now? Eric LaSalle of ER fame. But see, Eric LaSalle, who he asked to? Dick Wolf. Marisha Hargitay is the executive producer of Law and Order now. She said, why don't we bring in a black female cop? Excuse me. On The View, the white female hostess outnumbered Whoopi and Sonny. You got Meghan McCain, Joy Behar. You got Abby Hudson. Before that, you had Sarah Haynes. Yeah, Jebediah LaVia. You had all I mean, just think about it for a second. I want black women to really think about this for a second. Who runs ABC? A black woman. Yeah, and I know people say ABC daytime is still there, but still she still runs ABC. On prime time, you get with Tracee Ellis Ross and who else? What other black woman on ABC? You see what I'm going with this? See, let me bring it down to y'all. Y'all sit here and let white women and the gay movement manipulate y'all into thinking that the black man and kept y'all at a certain level. But they have influenced y'all to go out of y'all way to go pick no good ass men or make questionable choices. Watch the CW. What black regular cast member is on those superhero shows on the CW besides Black Lightning? And she's a carpet muncher. But she's a carpet muncher in the comic book, but still. You get what I'm going with this, right? On Black Lightning, even though he's married to Black Wife, you don't see them in no romantic scenes with each other. But you see the chick playing the daughter, she getting busy. Every other episode with some female. Like she's a fucking player. Well, that's the record. I mean, I want y'all to really think about this shit for a second. ABC Daytime, NBC, CBS. Over the years, they put black women on, but she have a white male love interest. See, y'all don't see when you want to talk about racism or y'all interactions with white women, y'all need to talk about it all. Don't think that as black men we don't notice this shit. I was a little boy when Oprah was the show was aired Chicago. I remember it became the Oprah show when it nationalized when she popped and all of a sudden became national. Black men became the villains of the story. Then all the other talk shows followed. I want you to think about who was the executive producer of Different World. It wasn't a black man. It was a black woman, Debbie Allen. Y'all have, and guess who gave that position? Bill Cosby. So how can black men be sexist when a brother said, hey, I'm going to give a sister the opportunity to be the executive producer of this show? Y'all think that black men don't want to protect y'all, it's who y'all fuck with. It's how y'all raise your boys. Because a lot of these women should be mad at the mamas, not the daddies. There are a lot of fathers out here, guys who are fathers don't even know it, or guys who want to be fathers, who will do the right thing by the community and by the family. But y'all don't choose us. Y'all go for the so-called pretty boy, or y'all go for the guy that you know is fucking a fag. Y'all go for the criminal and think y'all can rehabilitate him by giving him enough pussy and enough loving, and that don't change him. At some point, he's still gonna put his hands on you. I have acquaintances, a few friends. I'm very careful who I call friend now, and family members that I said, scratch my head like, you could have seen this a mile away. And then y'all want us to come in and clean it up, but then now brother said, no. Now, don't get me wrong. As black men, we got our issues. Let us address those issues. But black women, y'all got to start calling each other out on this shit. Y'all let white women get in y'all head, and y'all start to think like them. Every black man is not out to do wrong by y'all. But y'all put yourself in situations where y'all get with good dudes y'all know are earthly good. Keep having kids with them and think that he'll get it together. Dude be 70 years old. It ain't gonna happen by that time. If he only doing his 30s, 40s, or early 50s, you're fucked. But he got kids. He should know better if he had them at a young age. If he have his kids in his 20s, or if he have them later in life, he really should be on his shit. But y'all got issues with white women, and y'all deflecting back on us. That ain't right. White women, they use y'all. They use y'all numbers to get ahead. White women use affirmative action more than black women and black men. But nobody calls white women out on affirmative action. It's always thrown back in our face. I didn't get where I was at because of affirmative action. I earned what I got. Most black folks do. But Jada and them sitting like, white women, they do this to us. They still got that white supremacy. They breed it. They birth it. Remember, y'all was out here yelling about Bill Cosby. He ain't gonna jail no matter how old he is. Bill Cosby was hearsay. But you got the white woman that had a participation in Emmett Till's murder. She admitted she's still alive. What a torture is that for her? Oh, she's an old woman. Black women, you would think black women be out here yelling aloud because that could be your son. That could be your brother. That could have been a potential husband, father, grandfather in the community. They took that away from his mama. She never got to see her son grow up. He always stuck at that age 14. But yet black men, we get blamed for everything. Y'all need to understand something. We're not your enemies. Y'all follow behind Emily Thumb when black women was complaining about harassment at CNN and Fox. Media didn't give a fuck. They didn't even talk about it. When Daniel Hoyce called that cop was raping them black women, Nobody at MSNBC, CNN, well, we know Fox was going to talk about it, but CNN, MSNBC, and these women, these feminist groups, where were they at? Where was Alyssa Milano and them at the year before last? Where were Bette Midler and them all at? There was nowhere to be found. But they say shit. So for Jada to act like, well, I don't understand. Come on, Jada, really? But then listen to her mom and them, and then Jada dated a white guy before. So I told y'all years about Jada Pinkett Smith. So now I get it now. Why her kids the way they are. See, Will, he's always on. He's about Big Willie style. Come on, man, you're 50 years old now. You didn't hit 50. Stop. Your wife and your kids are fucking confused. And see, most black men say, baby, look, I love you, but this is how I feel. My mom did something similar years ago before she passed. My father stopped and said, baby, look, I love you. He said, don't do that. Don't put that on me. Because my mom was watching Oprah Winfrey for a little while. It took an instant for the Hot Link episode for my mama to realize Oprah was shut. I said, Mama, you just not realize that. But I forgot exactly what the issue between mom and dad was. But I guess she's watching Oprah and she tried to make some comparison. My father said, that ain't me. He said, I never put my hands on you. I never did anything derogatory like that. I would never do that to you or in front of my children. But it took my mother an episode of Oprah where Kenny's Ribs is a well-known barbecue place in Chicago on the South Side. They brought in hot links and stuff to the audience. I guess one of the white producers must have discovered Kenny Ribs. I highly doubt Oprah Winfrey went to Kenny Ribs and got some rib tips. She said, "What's a hot link?" Oprah, you grew up in the South and you don't know what a fucking hot link. My mother looked at me. I said, "I told you." And that was my mother. That was my mother said. She said, "All these years y'all been right. I guess we didn't see it because y'all fall in love with sisters that get on TV and think you got something." You have to realize, if you realize, Oprah wasn't the only black person on TV at that time. In the 80s, you had Montel Williams that came on the scene. Ask yourself, why didn't Montel Williams or these other black talk show hosts have that same effect or become mega successful? Montel Williams, he's regulated to doing spots on TV selling infomercials now. Nobody talks about how influential he was. Because at that time, there was no black man on TV doing serious talk. He didn't turn into Jerry Springer. His show stayed the same all the way to the end. Think about that for a second. Arsenio Hall, his show was innovative. It's made a lot of people now household names. A lot of the things we see on Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, and all these other shows, Arsenio Hall made it cool. I remember when they used to come out, Johnny Carson, you didn't see no male embrace. They hugged each other. You didn't see them you just relax. They didn't do this, hey, how you doing? What's your movie? See you later, ha ha ha. No, they talked, they got relaxed. See, black men, we understand, at least those of us who are mature, who are of a certain age, or those who have certain experiences, or go up a certain route, we know what's going on. We ain't out here talking about why a white man don't want to be partnered with us. We don't do shit like that because we know better. We know why. We know why we hate it. We know why we're despised. Y'all still trying to insist on being friends with a group of women who really don't want to be your friends. They look at you as an enemy. They look at you as a threat. They look at you as a obstacle. I mean, look how sisters have got to the point. Look at Nicki Minaj. She's like a fucking freak. Look at Lil Kim. Y'all want to emulate white women so bad, and y'all don't even like. I see sisters with the weaving hair. Y'all keep touching your hair. Then I always touch your hair. Why you touch your hair? You should remind people. Oh, I look at my hair. I got hair. I got long hair. Then you got horse hair. You got bald hair. You got synthetic hair. And when brothers like myself say, "Hey, y'all look good with y'all natural hair," and when I mean natural, you ain't got to put all that other shit in your hair. Well, it takes too much time for my hair. Yeah, okay, maybe. I'm a man. Anything y'all take y'all time to do anything. To be honest with y'all, get ready. But still, when a black man say we love our women, we love y'all little imperfection like we hope y'all love our imperfections. Y'all still think we run a game on you because y'all have bought into what they put out as beauty standards or what it is identify as a woman. And I hear black women complain about it, but y'all still embrace it. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all make it hard for brothers, especially brothers who are been loyal. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all make it hard for a cat like me to sit here and constantly try to talk to and defend y'all. Cause I be sitting there watching the news. I'm like, why would she do something like that? Why would she say something like that? And then when something happened, y'all left out there vulnerable. Like nobody protect us because you won't rouse me. Y'all start saying y'all strong and independent. Who y'all get that shit from? White women. And they throw it right back in y'all face. We don't tell our men we're strong and independent. That chases them away. We're feminists. We're feisty. But we understand we have to let our men be men. But they'll tell you to tell your men not to be men. They've emasculated. Y'all help emasculate black men. When a brother get accused of something on TV, y'all right along with them, automatically jumping into guilt mode. When white men get accused of something, y'all hesitate. I watch y'all. Old girl, what's her name? Michelle, what's her name? Turner. That works over there. I think her name is Turner. Working with Entertainment Tonight. The whole thing with Cosby went down. She and Kevin Frazier. You need to tell us something, Bill. You need to come talk to. You need to come clean. When white guys, they don't say shit. When Robin Roberts interviewed Chris Brown and Nate Parker, she threw him under the bus. White guys get on there. Her tone is totally different. Remember, she's a female and she's lesbian. Wanda Sykes. It's harder to be a lesbian than be a black person, and she just fucks with black men in a comedy. She gets around white men and white women. Yeah, you know black men. Why it's bad enough we got self-hating black men in the community. But y'all can go in the boardrooms and joke and laugh. Y'all can be on your knees. yeah, white daddy. Y'all can be on your knees. Yes, white mama. But when you get to us, all of a sudden you wanna put all your issues on us. I can't fix your broken heart from when you were 12 years old. I'm not your daddy. Don't I hear sisters say to their black boyfriends, daddy, you got daddy issues. Y'all sit under white women and y'all let them get in y'all head and tell y'all, yeah, you're black men, you can't do this for you. Well, guess what? Every time we try to do, somebody outside the community is trying to block us, and then our own women don't, some of them don't support us, at least the ones who are actually trying to do right by them. Excuse me. Now, like I said, there gonna be some people gonna disagree with me on this one. And like I said, I ain't say all black women. I know that not all black women have this mindset. But the thing is, unfortunately, those black women are the face of the community. As I said before, why are they going after Tamika Mallory now? They don't want her to be the face of this women's movement. Why do you think they came up with the Time's Up right along to Me Too? Y'all need to understand something. They use y'all numbers. When they come down to election time, they go right into that white flight. They're like, we're not voting for that female nigger in Georgia. We're not floating that male nigger in Florida. Just because a few down the line they go get Mr. Obama to sign a book. Just because a few claim they like Obama. I mean, we got a long way to go as a country, as a planet. But this country is still overwhelmingly racist. And for Jada Pinkett and them even had this discussion, and like, well, why don't white women, black women, more? No, they said women of color. They actually meant black women. Cause y'all want to look like, well, we're not whining. Yeah, that's basically what y'all. Why don't y'all love us? Why don't y'all want to be our friends? Y'all gotta stop begging them. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying all white people or white women are racist, but there's a number in this country. I mean, think about it. Georgia and Florida, two racist ass elections, and 70-some% of white women in both states voted for the white candidate or the candidate that espoused racism. That's what y'all should be talking about. Y'all should be saying, why do black women still insist on being friends with these women? Y'all don't need them. But see, the problem is when you got brothers and sisters in entertainment working with them, and they mimicking or copying black culture and style, making millions of dollars off of it, that's some problem. That's why I say some of you handkerchief heads in Hollywood, y'all need to be in a pine box somewhere. Yeah, I said it. Because y'all betrayed the community. I mean, Jada's in there talking about why black women, you wouldn't chop your face up. You and your mama got blonde, your fine ass mama, you got blonde highlights. Your daughter is corrupted. Your son is corrupted. And Will, you ought to be ashamed of letting that happen in your household, man. But I digress. Sister, stop making it seem as if the black man is the villain of the story when it actually is that white woman that y'all want to partner with. It's been the one all these years have been the one who talked behind your back and used y'all to get ahead. But they always deflect, and y'all too afraid to call it for what it really is until it's too late.